The UK is home to some of the most haunted ruins in the world, with crumbling castles, abandoned monasteries, and ancient fortresses filled with eerie legends. Many of these ruins are said to be haunted by ghostly monks, headless figures, weeping women, and restless nights. Strange lights, whispers, and shadowy apparitions have been reported by visitors, adding to the spine-chilling atmosphere. With a long history of battles, betrayals, and tragic deaths, these ruins remain shrouded in mystery, attracting ghost hunters and thrill seekers from around the world. Now we will visit the most haunted ruins in the UK. Number 1. Bury Pomeroy Castle. Bury Pomeroy Castle, hidden deep in a dense woodland in Devon, is known as the most haunted ruin in the UK. Though it was once a grand Tudor mansion, it now stands in eerie silence, its crumbling walls and dark passageways holding centuries of ghostly secrets. Built in the 15th century by the Pomeroy family and later owned by the Seymours, the castle has long been associated with tragedy, betrayal, and restless spirits. Visitors often report strange noises, mysterious lights, and chilling whispers in the wind, making it a magnet for ghost hunters and thrill seekers. One of the most famous spirits haunting Bury Pomeroy Castle is the White Lady. She is believed to be Margaret Pomeroy, a beautiful young woman who was imprisoned by her jealous sister, Eleanor. According to legend, Eleanor was consumed by envy over Margaret's beauty and locked her away in the dungeons of the castle. With no food or water, Margaret slowly wasted away in the cold darkness, her spirit never finding peace. To this day, visitors claim to see a glowing white figure drifting through the ruins, particularly near the dungeons and tall towers. Some say they feel overwhelming sadness as they pass by, while others have seen the White Lady moving through the castle's remains before vanishing into thin air. Another terrifying ghost is the Blue Lady, a restless spirit with a tragic past. She is said to be the ghost of a woman who was either murdered by her own father or left to die after giving birth to his child. Overcome with grief and suffering, her spirit has remained trapped in the castle, doomed to wander the ruins for eternity. Unlike the White Lady, the Blue Lady is known for luring visitors toward dangerous areas of the castle. Many have seen her drifting through corridors, her blue figure barely visible in the darkness. Others report feeling an icy chill as they pass certain spots, or hearing an eerie whisper urging them forward. Some believe that those who follow her may never return. Bury Pomeroy Castle is also home to shadowy figures, ghostly footsteps, and strange lights flickering at night. Some visitors have heard the distant cries of children, while others feel as if they are being watched. Whether the spirits are real or just legends, one thing is certain: the castle holds a dark and haunting past that refuses to be forgotten. Its eerie beauty and terrifying tales make it one of the most mysterious places in England, where history and the supernatural come together in an unforgettable way. Number 2. Whitby Abbey. Whitby Abbey, standing tall on a windswept clifftop in North Yorkshire, is one of the most haunted ruins in the UK. With its towering Gothic arches and dramatic sea views, the Abbey has inspired countless ghost stories and eerie legends. Founded in the 7th century, it became a place of worship and learning, but its peaceful existence was shattered by Viking raids, wars, and eventual destruction. Now, only its haunting ruins remain, and many believe that the spirits of the past still wander among the crumbling stone walls. Visitors often report strange occurrences, shadowy figures, and an unsettling presence as they explore the site. One of the most famous ghostly figures at Whitby Abbey is the spectral form of Saint Hilda, the abbess who once ruled the monastery in the 7th century. Legend says she appears as a ghostly figure among the ruins, dressed in a long robe, silently watching over the site. Many visitors claim to have seen her face appear in the abbey's windows, especially at dusk when the setting sun casts eerie shadows across the stone. Others say they have felt a strange sense of peace or heard whispers in the wind, as if she is still guiding lost souls. Another terrifying tale connected to Whitby Abbey is the story of the Headless Ghost, believed to be a monk who was executed during the abbey's turbulent past. His shadowy form has been spotted gliding through the ruins at night, carrying his own severed head under his arm. Some have even reported hearing muffled cries and the sound of footsteps echoing on the ancient stone floors, even when no one else is around. Whitby Abbey's haunting reputation was further cemented by its connection to Bram Stoker's Dracula. The famous novel describes Dracula arriving in England in the form of a black dog, leaping from a ghostly ship and running up the 199 steps to the Abbey. This story has given rise to reports of a phantom hound that roams the ruins, its glowing red eyes terrifying those who cross its path. Some believe it is an omen of death, appearing to those who are doomed to misfortune. Mysterious lights, sudden chills, and ghostly whispers have all been reported within the ruins, adding to its eerie atmosphere. Whether the spirits of monks, nuns, or supernatural creatures truly haunt Whitby Abbey, its dark history and chilling legends make it one of the most mysterious and unsettling places in England. Number 3. Corfe Castle. Corfe Castle, standing in ruins on a hill in Dorset, is one of the most haunted places in the UK. Its broken towers and crumbling stone walls tell the story of a castle that has witnessed centuries of war, betrayal, and death. Originally built by William the Conqueror in the 11th century, the castle became a royal fortress and played a key role in England's history. However, its tragic past has left behind restless spirits that are said to haunt the ruins to this day. Many visitors have reported eerie sensations, ghostly figures, and unexplained sounds echoing through the remains of this once mighty stronghold. One of the most famous ghosts of Corfe Castle is the Headless Woman. According to legend, she was a loyal servant who tried to warn Lady Mary Banks, the last royal defender of the castle, about an attack during the English Civil War. Betrayed by spies, the castle fell to Cromwell's forces, and the woman was captured and executed. Her ghost has been seen wandering the ruins, dressed in old-fashioned clothing, with her severed head missing. Some visitors claim to have felt a sudden chill or an overwhelming sense of sadness when passing through certain areas, as if the spirit is still reliving her final moments. Another terrifying tale is that of the murdered boy. In the 12th century, King John was said to have imprisoned and starved his young nephew in Corfe Castle to secure his own throne. The boy's cries of hunger were reportedly heard by the castle's guards, but no one dared to help him. His restless spirit is believed to haunt the ruins, and many visitors have reported hearing faint sobbing in the wind or glimpsing the shadow of a small figure disappearing around corners. Phantom soldiers are also frequently seen at Corfe Castle, particularly on foggy nights. They appear as ghostly figures, dressed in armor, patrolling the ruins as if still defending the fortress. Some believe these are the spirits of the royalist soldiers who died trying to hold the castle during the Civil War. Others have reported hearing the sound of marching footsteps or the clanging of swords, despite the site being completely deserted. Strange lights, sudden drops in temperature, and eerie whispers have all been experienced by those who explore Corfe Castle. Whether or not the spirits are real, the ruins hold a dark and haunting atmosphere that continues to draw ghost hunters and thrill seekers alike. The tragic history of Corfe Castle seems forever imprinted on its stones, making it one of the most haunted ruins in England. Number 4. Minsden Chapel. Minsden Chapel, hidden in the countryside of Hertfordshire, is one of the most haunted ruins in the UK. Now a crumbling, ivy-covered structure, it was once a place of worship dating back to the 14th century. Over the centuries, the chapel fell into ruin, and with its abandonment came eerie legends and ghostly sightings that have made it infamous. The isolation of the site, surrounded by dense woodland, adds to its unsettling atmosphere. Many who visit report feeling watched, hearing strange whispers, and even seeing ghostly figures among the ruins. One of the most famous ghosts of Minsden Chapel is the spectral monk, said to appear at midnight on Halloween. Witnesses have described a shadowy figure dressed in a hooded robe, silently moving through the ruins before disappearing into thin air. Some believe he was a priest who once performed secret and forbidden ceremonies at the chapel. Others say he is a lost soul trapped between worlds, forever doomed to wander the abandoned site. Paranormal investigators have attempted to capture evidence of his presence, with reports of sudden temperature drops, unexplained mists, and ghostly orbs appearing in photographs. Another chilling tale linked to Minsden Chapel is the story of a doomed wedding. According to legend, a couple was set to marry within the chapel's walls, but tragedy struck before they could exchange vows. Some say the groom mysteriously vanished before the ceremony, while others believe a terrible accident ended their union before it began. To this day, visitors claim to hear the faint sound of wedding bells ringing from the ruins, despite there being no church bells left. Some even report seeing a ghostly bride, dressed in white, wandering through the trees as if searching for her lost love. The chapel is also said to be haunted by the spirit of Reginald Hine, a historian who studied and loved the ruins. Before his death, he swore that he would protect Minsden Chapel's secrets even in the afterlife. Some visitors claim to feel an invisible presence guiding them away as they explore, as if an unseen force is ensuring that the past remains undisturbed. Over the years, strange lights, eerie whispers, and sudden feelings of dread have all been reported at Minsden Chapel. Whether the spirits are lost souls, protectors of history, or simply shadows of the past, the chapel remains one of the most chilling and mysterious ruins in England. Number 5. The Witch's Tower at Lancaster Castle. The Witch's Tower at Lancaster Castle in Lancashire is one of the most haunted ruins in the UK, its walls holding the dark history of one of England's most infamous witch trials. Lancaster Castle itself dates back nearly 1,000 years and has served as a fortress, a royal palace, and a prison. However, the most chilling chapter in its history is tied to the events of 1612, when the Pendle witches were imprisoned in the castle before being tried and executed for witchcraft. The tower where they were held has since become known as the Witch's Tower, and many believe that the spirits of those accused still linger within its cold, dark walls. The Pendle witches, a group of 12 men and women from the Pendle Hill area, were accused of practicing witchcraft and casting deadly curses. 10 of them were found guilty and sentenced to death by hanging. The Witch's Tower was their final place of imprisonment before they met their tragic fate. It is said that the souls of these tortured individuals never found peace, and visitors often report eerie sensations, unexplained noises, and a sense of overwhelming sorrow when near the tower. Some claim to hear whispering voices or feel sudden cold spots, as if the spirits are still trying to tell their side of the story. One of the most well-known ghosts associated with the Witch's Tower is that of Janet Device, a young girl who played a key role in the trial. Janet, only 9 years old at the time, testified against her own family, leading to their executions. Some believe that her spirit remains trapped at Lancaster Castle, filled with regret for what she did. There have been sightings of a ghostly child wandering near the tower, her face pale and sorrowful. Others report hearing the distant sound of crying, even when no one is around. Shadowy figures have also been seen in the area, moving silently along the castle walls. Some visitors have felt invisible hands brushing against them or the sensation of being watched. Others have reported hearing the faint sound of footsteps echoing from the empty tower as if someone unseen is still pacing within its ancient stone walls. The dark history of the Witch's Tower has made it a site of fear and fascination. Paranormal investigators and ghost hunters frequently visit, hoping to capture evidence of the spirits that refuse to leave. Whether the hauntings are real or just echoes of the past, the chilling atmosphere surrounding the Witch's Tower ensures that its terrifying legacy will never be forgotten.